here comes another exciting episode of Top Hat Gaming.
Alright, so first of all, I want to say now that I've kind of forgotten what colors I use for some of these guys' words, so if they're different than usual, because I haven't used them in a while, that's why. I'll try and get it correct, or I might just look at my old videos. Secondly, I want to say, I'm trying to get 10,000 views. I'm a little bit less than 5,000 right now. That way I can join Freedom, which is a YouTube group, partnership thing, so I can start getting paid for YouTube videos. And I can get a few other bonuses from it too. Plus, I'm getting a lot of views. Would be nice. So if you can help me get some views by spreading this video around, that'd be nice. Thank you. Third of all, I want to say that, as you guys know, I love Nintendo, so I decided to do, just because I wanted to start doing more than one video a day again, I already did my last video, I decided to do a random Nintendo fact video. So let's get to it. First fact, and I have all the main Nintendo guys here. I'll go ahead and just do one that is all Nintendo related. Nintendo started off as a card company. Well, they started off as they have like an origin in Japan, but like as far as I can trace back, they were a card company, like not trading card, playing cards. They had a game called Hanafuda, I think it was called. Yeah, and then they moved on to toys, vacuums, hotels, and stuff like that. I think they were hotels at one point. And then they eventually just stopped and were like, let's be a gaming company. And they became the greatest gaming company ever. And that's fact. It's not an opinion. I'm kidding. You have your own opinions. Don't hate on others. On to the next fact. Alright. The next part is Mario. I'm actually not into this in like series order. I'm just what I think of. Because it's not going to be like a top 10 list. I'm going off facts. Okay, so Mario, as you guys know, he was originally named Jumpman, but we may not know before that is that he was Popeye. Yep, in the original Donkey Kong game, it was originally going to be a Popeye game until they lost the rights to that. It was going to be starring Popeye the Sailor Man, you know, the guy who eats his green beans, is that what he eats? Spinach, eats spinach, and then becomes powerful. Yeah, it was originally going to be starring him. And they lost the rights to him, and they just put Mario in, they just came up with that character. They replaced the villain with Donkey Kong, of course, and that's why the game called Donkey Kong. They replaced, I think her name was Olive Oil. She was like Popeye's girlfriend with Pauline. And then that became Mario. That was Mario's first game, and he originally went, after that became Jumpman, then Mr. Video Game, and then Mario. When he was Mr. Video Game, he was supposed to make a bunch of random appearances in the game. Like, that was going to be a purpose to just show up in random games and connect the universes, but then they were like, let's give him an actual name and give him his own series. Yeah, and then as I mentioned, her name was Pauline at first. The Wetland Princess, it was just Pauline. She has not appeared since then, other than in remakes of Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong spin-offs, so no big games. But she has been confirmed and shown to be appearing in Super Mario Odyssey, the new main series Mario game. It's the next Mario game after Mario plus Rabbids, which is not main series, but Mario Odyssey is. Mario and Luigi, the remake of that, might be coming out before that. I'm not sure. But yes, Pauline will be appearing in that for the first time ever, not including remakes and stuff and spin-offs since Donkey Kong, so it's been over 30 years since she's had a real appearance. And she's also the mayor of her own town called New Donk City, which, why would you want to be named after, why would you want to be a mayor of a town named after a city of the guy who kidnapped you? I don't know. Anyway, she also sings the song, like the main theme of Super Mario Odyssey being Jump Up Superstar. Anyway, back to random facts now that I've just talked about Pauline for a little bit. I don't really have much other Mario facts, I don't think, that I haven't said before in the channel. I think at one point Mario Galaxy might have been the most pirated game of all time. I believe that's true, or it might be Galaxy 2, I forgot. Galaxy 2 is not as good anyway, so who cares? Anyway, on to the next set of facts. And for the first time ever, I have Boo making an appearance here. That would sound more like Wario. By the way, it's not all going to be Mario based. I just wanted to get these out of the way, because I just thought of these. I remember these. Originally, Luigi's Mansion was going to be timer based. Like, you had like a certain amount of time to finish the game, which you can kind of still see that being in the game, because at the end of the game, they still say it only took you one night to finish this, no matter how long it took you to beat the game. So I'm assuming that's because the game was supposed to be beaten in one night originally, and it's still a fairly short game, so you can still do that. Also, there were enemies meant to slow you down a lot, which of course I'd go with that. There was going to be a level where you had to there's gonna be a boss fight, and I think it's still in like the new game plus mode of another country's edition of the game. But where you ride on the Poltergeist 3000, I believe that's Luigi's thing. I think he has updated editions, but Poltergeist 3000, yeah, or 5000, I forgot which one. So that would be interesting. Also, like I mentioned, Mario's original name was Jumpman. I've heard somewhere, it might not be true, that Luigi's original name was Hammerman. Also, Luigi didn't appear till Mario Brothers, which is an arcade game, not Super Mario Brothers. It was still them, but it was just a different name. You have some dust on you. So, and I don't think he even had an official name yet. I think he was just meant to be a different Mario for 2-player mode. So, there's that. Also, Luigi is the best plumber. Bye. And here he is, to steal our garlic. It's Wario. I do not have his regular skin, I just have his Smash Brothers skin, so he's not wearing a plumber outfit. I also don't have Waluigi, even though I really want him. Man, a lot of new characters are going to be making appearances on the show today. So basically, like many Mario characters, Donkey Kong got Donkey Kong Country, and then Diddy Kong from Donkey Kong got Diddy Kong Racing. Yoshi got Yoshi's Island and a few other series. Peach got Super Princess Peach. Luigi got Luigi's Mansion. Wario got WarioWare and Wario Land and stuff. So he got his own series. Also, I want to point out now, a lot of people think Wario is just Mario with the W flipped upside down. Actually not what it means. That could be another meaning of it, but because I mean, if that was what it meant, why would Waluigi not be like a? I mean, Waluigi is not an L flipped upside down. It actually stands for the Japanese word wa, or something close to it, stands for bad. So putting that combined Mario stands for Bad Mario, which stands for two different things. First of all, he's bad at being Mario. He's very clumsy and stuff. Two, he's a bad guy most of the time. So there's that. That's all I really have for Wario, other than he farts in Smash Brothers. That's basically his main thing, which I guess makes sense since his main diet is garlic. Alright, this is a more well-known one, but I just want to say right now, Fire Emblem, an amazing series, was not doing so well in the US, so they were going to make Fire Emblem Awakening, which was going to be like the last Fire Emblem to go to the US, like a big triumphant thing. Then it sold super well, and they're like, alright, now we have a ton of Fire Emblem games coming out. Like, now we have, after that we got Fates, which was basically 3 games combined, and you could buy one of the games and buy the other 2 as DLC, or you can buy the other one. It was confusing. I'm not sure why they did that system. And then they had Fire Emblem Heroes on the iPhone, and then a ton of others. There were a ton of Fire Emblem games before this, but this is when it's like at its biggest moment in America right now, so that's pretty cool. Alright, this is a semi-obscure series, Mother. This guy's named Lucas. He's the main character of the 3rd Mother game, but he's not really relevant to any of the facts right now. Ness is the main character of Earthbound, the 2nd Mother game, the only one to come out in the USA, except for when they re-released the original Mother game, but they called it Earthbound Beginning, so it came out 30 years after it did in Japan. So they're like, let's pretend it's a prequel instead of being the first game. Yeah, his name is NES, which stands for Nintendo Entertainment System, with an extra S. Because that's the first console, but it was for the Super Nintendo console after. The main character of the first Mother game was named Ninten. Gee, I wonder what that name stands for. Add a dough at the end. Nintendo, and Lucas is just Lucas. I don't think there's any actual meaning. I decided to only get out Pikachu for this one because I don't really feel like talking about having all the Pokemon voices on there. So, basically I just want to say that Pokemon was inspired by bug catching, and it originally was called Capsulon, which became Pokemon, as you guys know. On to the next part. Alright, well, this one's just a short one. Yoshi's original name was T. Yoshi Munchakoopa. I believe that's still his official name. But, yeah, and then they always just called him Yoshi anyway. Even when, like, they used that, like, because I'm pretty sure they said it at one point in the game, but even then you'd call him Yoshi. Yeah, also, I guess I should state one more thing. There was one Mario first-person shooter called Yoshi Safari, where you shoot eggs using Yoshi. It was weird. I don't know why they made it. The Inkling squids from Splatoon were originally going to be bunnies, or rabbits. I should say rabbits, got more professional. That would basically just shoot ink for some reason, and then they were like, that doesn't make any sense, so I turned them into squids, and they were like, let's make them more likable. Okay, they're kids that can turn into squids. Yeah. Squid Kids, or Inklings. Alright, so The Legend of Zelda was originally inspired by Shigeru Miyamoto's Adventures of a Kid, where he would go through caves and stuff near his hometown. For those who don't know, Shigeru Miyamoto is the guy who made Mario, Zelda, Pikmin. He showed up in Pokemon, I think, I heard like a rumor that he appears in Pokemon like Battle at one point. I'm not sure if that's true. He drew the original like outline for like Little Mac and Punch Out. He helped out with a ton of games. He created so much. And also, as you can probably tell by the green outfit and the fact that he's usually a teenager and doesn't seem to age that much. Well, I mean, because it's different Links, but I mean, a lot of people think it's the same Link. But you might be able to tell that Link is somewhat based off of Peter Pan. That's actually a fact. Alright, so just to keep up with the amiibo things, I'm not going to use my usual Sword Kirby amiibo. I mean, Sword Kirby stuff you see back there. I'm going to use amiibos. Kirby is, for those who don't know, a long time ago, when Donkey Kong originally came out, Universal Studios, which was a really big studio, and Nintendo, who was a very small studio, had a court battle because Universal Studios were trying to claim that Donkey Kong was ripped off King Kong. And they won. Nintendo won, even though they were a very small company. A ton of other companies have been sued, like the cereal company that made Donkey Kong cereal, the Donkey Kong board game company. They've already been sued, and Nintendo wasn't gonna win, but they did because of their. And they also like countersued because they found out Universal had made a rip-off game of Donkey Kong based off of King Kong that was a complete rip-off of Donkey Kong, and their lawyer was named John Kirby, and it's genuinely rumored that to thank him, they named Kirby after him. There's also a Kirby vacuum cleaner company, and people think that might be connected because he sucked things in and didn't need to be a vacuum cleaner company. That's just a coincidence as far as I know. Yeah, they actually like sent him a copy of the game too, like randomly, and I think with Kirby's Adventure, the original Kirby game, and he actually knows their character being named for him, so that's pretty cool. Also, Masahiro Sakurai, the guy who makes Smash Brothers, Kid Icarus, and Kirby, had an argument with Shigeru Miyamoto because I believe Sakurai wanted Kirby to be yellow, and Miyamoto wanted Kirby to be pink. Might be the other way around, and because of that, they had like a repeated argument. At the time, the game was on the Game Boy, which was a black and white console. So in the actual game, he was gray. So other people just decided, all right, they can't make their minds. Let's make him gray on the cover of the game too. So because of that, yellow Kirby and gray Kirby often appear. I mean, first of all, Kirby was originally gray or white, or yeah. They often appear as like multiplayer characters in other Kirby games. They appear as Smash Brothers skin. There's also blue, green, red, and others. That's pretty cool. Kirby has a pretty cool history right there. Now it is time for Samus. Basically, the only real facts I have here is that oh, there's a lot of dirt on here. That's not a fact. Well, it is a fact. There's dirt in here, but that's not what I was going to mention. Samus is based off of Ridley from the Alien series, and one of Samus' main enemies is actually named Ridley. He's the pterodactyl guy that's apparently too big to be in Smash Brothers, which is a lie. Whatever. It's just a lie that he's too big, not a lie that he named that. Also, most of Metroid is based off Alien, and a lot of the monsters from Metroid are based off Godzilla and other monsters. Alright, and for the last fact, Pikmin originally started off as a game called Mario 128, which was technically a sequel to Mario 64, because 64 doubled. Yeah, and it was going to be about 128 Marios, like little mini Marios. It's weird because Super Mario 64 was not about 64 Marios, there was one Mario, so I'm not sure why they would call that sequel. But just 128 Marios completing a random task. It was also just a random like beta thing for the GameCube, and they kind of just changed it to Pikmin. Also, parts of Mario 128 apparently made into Mario Galaxy. Also, you can see the code for miniature Mario in one of the Pikmin games, which I think it's Pikmin 1, which is the remainders of the code from there. Alright, that's it for my facts videos, but as usual, check out my friend Mystic Braden, or Mystic BB, I mean. He'll help you get, help him get 10,000 views too, so that he can monetize his videos as well. He's also helped me get this far. I've helped him get that far. Let's keep helping each other. Bye.
Hey, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Check out the next video if you want to. Peace out.